Hello, everybody. My name is Spencer, and today I'm going to be talking about Patricia Hills Collins. She was born in 1948 in Pennsylvania, United States of America, and she is currently still present. She is still alive, so that makes her 76, I believe, this year. She's an African American woman, and a few things she did was in 1990 she further developed the intersection theory. And she was also the first African American woman to hold the position of president of the ASA, which is the American Sociology Association. A few factors, briefly, that forced her or that guided her to this line of work is she witnessed desegregation first happening in 1960s, and she also witnessed a lack of diversity in her workforce and the people around her. Um, So, as I mentioned, she was in grade school when desegregation started. So she was one of the first people to witness that racism and discrimination that people of color faced during this time, especially African American students and young folk. Another factor was how she always noticed that she was one of the few African American people in her lines of work, and that she was the first or few of the working class people in her community because the schools in her area were catered more to white individuals. Some contributions she had was she has authored many books and written countless articles. Some books include Black Feminist Thought, Knowledge, Consciousness, and Politics of Empowerment, and Another Kind of Public Education, Race, Schools, and the Media, and Democratic Possibilities. She also furthered the intersection theory, like I mentioned prior, first discussed by Kimberly Crenshaw and gave insights on racism in America as a black woman. A quote I really love by her is privileged groups routinely assume that all deserving Americans live in decent housing, attend safe schools with caring teachers, and will be rewarded for their hard work with college opportunities and good jobs. They believe that undeserving black and Latinos who remain locked up in deteriorating inner cities get what they deserve, and do not merit social programs that will show them a future. This closing door of opportunity associated with hypersegregation creates a situation of shrinking opportunities and neglect. This is the exact climate that breeds a culture of violence that is a growing component of street culture in working class and poor black neighborhoods. So why is this quote my favorite? She discusses the racism that comes with being POC in America, but she discusses a specific type that I don't see talked about enough: the educational gaps between the two. Um, White schools are often more modern; they have new stuff. Meanwhile, African American schools, or people of color, where they live in a poor neighborhood, often has schools that are run down, that received a lot of handouts, um, you know, older textbooks. They aren't given everything to succeed as these white schools are, um, which is just the discrimination and racism that we are seeing in these schools that cause African American kids and Latino kids to be less prepared and have less opportunity in the world compared to people who attend these white schools. And then why is she still important today? I said that she's still important today because of a few reasons. The first of which is she's still alive and still very active, co-writing books, leading social change, and continuing to giving her opinions on topic, like the misogyny that Hillary Clinton faced in the 2016 election after she lost. And the second reason I believe she's still really relevant and important in today's climate is that she and her ideals are still relevant. In today's world where people of color are getting killed or getting locked up at much higher rates than what is standard, and they're still facing a lot more discrimination. Her ideas that everything meets together in you in that intersection is still really important. And I put that racism didn't go away with time. It generally became more subtle. You'll still find people that are filled with racist ideas, um, like very outward with it, very, following Donald Trump. Um, but most people around them are more subtle and they have their racism way more subtle. Such as following a black kid around the store thinking the worst of them. Racism didn't go away with time. It just got more subtle. Alright, that's my presentation. Thank you so much for watching.